Guys, welcome once again to the podcast. It used to be Paid in Empanadas. Maybe it will still be. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna be doing with the name. For sure, I'm gonna be changing it to something better, more interesting. But right now, it's called Paid in Empanadas. Maybe Martin in the morning. It's something here in Israel. I don't know. I want to start today's show by saying big shout out to the Houthies. Thank you so much, guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know what's going on with the neighbors. It's such a refreshing moment every week when we slowly walk, almost as if it's like the call to prayer. I know that the Muslims 5 times a day, the Muslims get the call to prayer from the mosque and they start like chanting, and everyone either they go to the mosque or like they put the rug in the floor and they pray to Mecca. I feel like Israelis once a week we get the let's meet the neighbors section of the week where we get an alarm from the Houthies and no one's scared, but you don't know. You might as well go to the shelter. You might as well go to the shelter. You know it's not coming from Iran. It's 100% coming from the Houthies. It's 99% gonna be intercepted. So you go like, you know what? Let's go to the shelter. Let's find out what Shani from the who lives above us, and we never see her anymore. So it's nice because you go to the shelter in the building and you're like, what's going on with you guys? Oh my gosh, you got a dog. Oh, nice. Hey, you know who's getting married? The bitch from the fucking fourth floor. It's the only way that you get to know what's going on with your neighbors. Thank you, Hoodies. I feel like neighborhoods or cities they should hire the Hoodies for their like integration and community programs, because they have this amazing thing going where they force you to meet people. Nowadays everyone's on their phones and everyone's online. How many I would like to see the stats of how many relationships happened because of the Hoodies. How many pregnancies happened because of the Hoodies? Actually, how many pregnancies were stopped because of the Hoodies? How many people were about to? They were already doing it without a condom, and they were like, "Let's." I'm sorry, I can't stop. And then like the Hoodies stop you, and you're like, "Oh, I almost finished inside of this girl that I met on Bumble, but I didn't. Thank you, Hoodies. You saved my life. I couldn't be way worse if it wasn't for the Hoodies. Hoodies coming to a neighborhood near you soon. So yeah, that's my sponsor for this week. We got really good sponsors this new season of whatever this podcast is called. I since the last time we talked, I got married. Like rhythm and weep, bitches. Who's gay now? Dad. I got married to a woman. We got married in Cyprus. I can't recommend it enough. I happen to love my family. You would not think that by the way that I planned this wedding. You would we it was complex because listen, like obviously a lot of my friends live here in Israel and family friends, and my family, most of them are in Argentina. My wife's family also divided between Israel and Canada. So we were stressing so much, thinking about where we were gonna do the wedding, who's gonna fly from where, what's gonna happen. Very early in the planning stages of this whole thing, we said, let's do it exactly what we wanted to do. Also, we both really hate the attention, and I understand, and I'm not judging people who love to be the center of attention and they want a huge crowd surrounding them and dancing and lifting them. If that's what you like, good for you. If that's not what you like, I'm here to tell you it gets better. There's a better way of doing it, and it's not the way that everyone is doing it. Don't give in to your family. If you like the attention, make them pay for it. Get the biggest salon. I'm thinking in Spanish. The biggest venue, the biggest venue that you can, and pay the most expensive DJ and the lights and have fireworks and have everything that you want. That's if that's what you want. But I have been to at least two weddings where it was very clear that the groom did not like the attention and the wife did not like the attention, and there were it was it sucked because it's for them. It we're celebrating their love, right? Allegedly, supposedly. So why are we doing a a party for their families? Is my question. Well, we didn't. Me and Samantha, we just had something for ourselves. We went to this Airbnb in Pafos, or as they say in Argentina, Papos. It's so few people. I mean, so few people are going to be listening to this, but even less people are going to understand why that was funny. Uh, the It was just us and a couple of friends who were the witnesses also to the wedding, and we just hang out at a nice house, villa, Airbnb place in Cyprus. We were just like hanging out next to the pool, um doing barbecues and just being in the pool. We went to the beach once or twice. It was so nice and chill and just relaxed, which is what we wanted. I think a lot of people lose track of what they want to. I saw today, I saw someone that I know. He got engaged, and what he posted online, what he posted on Instagram, was not the picture of him proposing or the picture of her with the ring. He posted a video of the guy taking a picture of the engagement. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? The thing that he posted on social media, like on the story, was a video from another person. There was someone who was in charge of taking a video of the guy who was hired to take pictures of him proposing. What are we doing here? Like, who is this for? What's the event? Is what I'm trying to ask. Is the event that you love her? Is the event that you're going to get married? Is the event that you're proposing? Or is the event that you're going to get these amazing pictures that are going to get a lot of traction on social media? Like, what? Also, like, neither of them are social media people. Like, they have real jobs out there who are, like, legitimate. They're not influencers in the wild. If you've seen that account, if you haven't, go search for it. Influencers in the wild. It's so good, so funny. Like, what are we doing here? I know there's no relationship between this and what I'm gonna say now, but there was an article that I read, and it was an article because sometimes people nowadays say like I read in an article and it's just them seeing a TikTok. This one actually was an article about how a lot of people are creating job applications with AI, and those job applications are being reviewed by HR people, but it's actually they review it with AI, and no one's getting hired. So like AI is rejecting AI. Meanwhile, the market is like there's no jobs for anyone. No one's getting hired for anything. I think the analogy that I read online was that it's like a vibrator having sex with a flashlight. And I think it's accurate. What are we doing? It's so far removed from sex. It's so far removed from having an interview and going like, hey, I would like to work here. And then going like, hey, let's see if you could work here. That's how it's supposed to be. What are we what are we doing here? But yeah, I would also love to announce. You guys know, if you're seeing this, you for sure have to know. If you don't, this is how you're finding out. I'm gonna be a dad soon. Samantha's pregnant. We are expecting in January. It's a boy. We kind of think we have a name, but we're not gonna say it until the boy's here. And yeah, it's. I just want to thank all the Israeli fathers and fathers to be for lowering the bar so much. You guys are making me look and feel like a hero, truly. Because if you guys don't know, women who are now experimenting, women who are pregnant, they have these like WhatsApp groups with like, hey, anyone who's gonna give birth in the next or these 2 months, they're all in this like WhatsApp group, and they exchange info or like questions, or we have a lot of free baby stuff already that they just someone like baby clothes, they get unused so quickly, right? If you have clothes for a baby that is like between newborn and 3 months, after those 3 months, you're not gonna use it again, right? Like I can buy this T-shirt and I can wear it for 5 years. A kid who's born, like whatever fits him in the first week, it's not gonna fit him a month after. So they just give it forward to people. We're gonna probably give it forward after we stop using them. But also in these WhatsApp groups, there's questions. And these women have husbands who suck. There's no better way of saying this. They are the worst humans ever. And thanks to them, by comparison, for being a human, I am hero. That's what I am. Some people out there, I remember this story. This girl who was 8 months pregnant, she wrote in the pregnant lady group chat, in the WhatsApp group chat, and she said, hey, my husband doesn't want to take the dog out for walks, so I'm 8 months pregnant and he expects me to go, and she does it, by the way. So she walks down with the dog 4 stairs, like 4 floors of stairs, to walk the dog because he's too tired because he was at work all day. And again, I want to repeat this. She's 8 months pregnant, and this guy is like, yeah, I don't want to. I'm so tired. I don't want to take out the dog. So, and she asked in the mom group chat, is like, hey, is this normal? Is this, am I being a little bitch? Am I wrong on this one? And it's like, no one has ever been more right than the 8-month pregnant lady that should be resting 90% of the time. You for sure should not be taking that dog 4 floors down. If he breaks both legs, he should still be the one who's taking the dog for a walk. What are we talking about? Like, I feel bad when I asked Sam. She's not 8 months pregnant. She's like 6 months pregnant. I asked her, hey, can you bring me some water? And I felt so bad inside. I felt like I was exploiting like a handicapped person, and I just wanted like a little bit of water, and she was already like next to the water, and I still felt bad for it. And this guy is on his couch playing FIFA, going like, I don't want to walk the dog, you fat bitch, you walk it. So thank you, Israeli men who are lowering the bar. So keep and also please tell your wives and your future co-mothers, please tell them to keep sending these messages on the WhatsApp group so Sam keeps reading them. So every day I have to do less to impress her. And I think that's the key of a good marriage, and that's a key of good parenting, is that she has a place where her expectations are lowered. and I am Prince Charming. I think that's so important. I think that's why we work. But ending. Oh, I've been only talking for like 10 minutes. It's fine. So let's talk about. I saw a video. Have you guys seen these clips that are so obviously made to either echo chamber for your side or echo chamber for the next side, like videos made for you to go like, haha, they're stupid, or the other one's like, hey, that's not all of us. So someone sent me one of those videos. It was, there's these streamers that they do this now that are like either pro-Israel or pro-Palestinian, or call it pro anti-Israel or pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian, pro-Palestinian, whatever you want to call it. And they go on these like forums where you just press a button and it just connects you to like video call with someone randomly. One of them was chat roulette. I feel like that was the first one, but there's new ones, I guess, now. So these people, what they do is they find someone who's pro the other side, meaning if I'm pro-Israeli, I find someone who's pro-Palestine, and if I'm pro-Palestine, I find someone who's pro-Israeli. And they have conversations, and obviously what they do is they try to find the stupidest person on the other side who's going to say the most inflammatory or wrong things, and then not only trigger them into saying something stupid, but also clipping and taking out of context most things that the person is saying to make them look bad, and create a clip that makes a lot of likes and follows and shares and makes people in your side go and see that other side is either evil or stupid or both. So that being said, I was sent a message with one of those videos yesterday, and the person who posted it was pro-Palestinian, and the person who was being made fun of or was engaging in conversation was someone that I knew. And let's call this person that I know, let's call him Johnny. Okay, so first of all, I just saw the thumbnail of the thing, and it was this guy in the bottom who's like has a nice setup. Not this. It has like a nice setup, and it looks like a streamer, so you know he's the one who's recording and posting this. And then the other half of the screen, I see Johnny, and I'm like, oh no. Before I open it, I told my friends that I don't want to open this. It's not gonna be good. And I did. I opened it because I'm a slut for punishment, apparently. It was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. The crazy thing is that the video starts with this Johnny character saying, "Oh, I know who you are." So Johnny knew who this guy is. Like he's seen him online. He's seen him all these videos, and he's like, I know who you are, and you just trigger people and like make them look bad online. So if you know who they are and what they do, hang up, right? Like if you're like, oh, I sat down with this person, and even if I give 100% the perfect answers, who I know Johnny. He doesn't, and he didn't. And he doesn't represent what a lot of people, including myself, feel about this conflict. So that also does not help. Probably why he was picked by the streamer to be on these clips. But also, even if you're going to say the perfect answers, let's say, hypothetical. Let's say that I'm in one of these situations, and I'm on the couch, and I'm like flipping through this, like a voice, the video phone calls, and I meet someone, and I was like, oh, I know who this person is. He's gonna make me look bad by taking my out of context and like clipping the wrong parts of the sentences that I say. Then don't talk to them, right? Like stop engaging. Is like, even if there's best case scenario, you're gonna talk to that person. You're gonna come up as a hero, and you're gonna make them look very bad, and that clip is never going to be shown to anyone. Like, do you understand that they are the person who are posting it? Like, why would you talk to a journalist who hates you and tells you they hate you? And you know, like, if you see a journalist who every time takes things out of context and makes you look bad every time, or makes people that you like look bad every time? Why would you talk to them and give them the opportunity to take you out of context and make you look bad? And by the way, I'm saying the same thing about pro-Israeli people who do that with idiot kids or not kids or adults or whatever who are pro-Palestinian online. Why? I understand why they do it. I understand what's the because people are just looking for a win right now, right? Like, oh, my team won that one. That's points for my team. It's not helping at all. And some of you might go like, oh, well, what's the option? The other side is doing it, so we might as well do it. The solution, I think, and I really encourage everyone who listens, all tens of people who are going to listen to this, I really encourage you guys to listen to my friend, comedian, New Yorker, Eitan Levin, very openly pro-Israel. He sat down for 2.5 hours and he had a long form conversation with this guy who's as far as I understood, he's a journalist. He was born in the US, but his parents are both Egyptian Muslim, and they talk for not obviously, but pro-Palestinian, very clearly pro-Palestinian and anti-Israel, and they talked for 2.5 hours, and I think that's so valuable. Even if they did not agree in a lot of things, you need 2.5 hours of open conversation, of non-attacking and not trying to win conversations, just like exchanging ideas honestly to find what we have in common. And they did, and it almost surprised me that I knew what they were going to be in common originally because I talked enough with Eitan I knew that this guy, Egyptian guy, pro-Palestinian guy, I knew the kind of things that he was going to come, I don't want to say accusing, but kind of like, hey, what about this topic? Like kind of gotcha. And a lot of things Eitan was like, yeah, that's bad, and I agree with you, which that guy did not. And some things they did not. For example, they couldn't agree on what it meant, the word occupation, right? Because for Eitan, who's kind of like left-wing, he was like, well, some sections of, Judea, Samaria, the West Bank, however you want to call it, but like some section of that, whatever the settlements are doing now, some of them are fine, some of them are not. We can debate that. To the other guy, occupation is since 47, right? So obviously they were not going to agree on that. But other things were very interesting. I really, really, really encourage. I know that it's not for everyone, but find him. It's the New York Times. That's Eitan's podcast, and they talk for 2.5 hours. And they find a lot of things in common. One of them that it surprised me, surprised Eitan clearly, visually you can see surprising his face. And I talked to him after the fact that this guy, even though he clearly very much does not like Israel as a country, you can see it and if you like everything, he does not like Israel at all. He said he believes that whatever government structure the Palestinians have eventually when they become a country or a state or whatever, he said that, in his opinion, that Israel should have a part of it, meaning like they should be involved in the creation of the Palestinian state. Like he understands, and I was also surprised because I also think the same, that at this point, after all this time, for good or for bad, and let's fucking hope it's for good, that the destiny, the fate of the Israelis and the Palestinians it's linked. I really reject this idea that we as Israelis or like Am Israel, I really reject the idea that our existence depends on destroying them, and also I reject the idea that their existence depends on destroying us. I think that each other's destruction are linked. I think that if we destroy them, it's 100% going to trigger the destruction of Israel as a country, the complete, like, even if it's, and first of all, like, morally, it's going to destroy us as a country. Internationally, it's going to destroy us as a country. That's for sure. But I also think that if the Palestinian people manage to destroy Israel, whatever that means, they're going to get fucked by the rest of the Arab countries. I think the best thing that could happen to either the Palestinians or the Israelis is it's kind of like the yin and yang kind of thing. It's like the creation of a Palestinian state, and finally find some sort of balance, even if it's a hateful balance, but a peaceful one. Like Greece and Turkey, they hate each other. And they did things not quite unlike what the Israelis and the Palestinians did to each other, and they conquered each other. And I went to Cyprus to get married last weekend, and guess what? There's they told me you cannot drive to the occupied territories in the north of the island, and I was like, I feel just like home. What are we talking about? So that's what I mean. Like, but they can tolerate each other as people. Like, they don't like each other, fine, they're not killing each other anymore. We need to find a place like that, because the destruction of one of the people is going to lead to eventually the destruction of the other. That's what I think. Again, I started very silly on this podcast. I got suddenly very, very, very serious. I don't know why. I guess what I want to say is, when you see clips online about posted either by the people that you agree with or posted by the people that you disagree with, I take your time, because they're talking to the Johnnies of the world. Again, it's not Johnny, but you know. I think about it like this: if there was a protest for what you believe in, right? Whatever you believe in, whatever beliefs you have, and you would fight for and you would march for. If there was a march for those beliefs, and your aunt was there with you on that march, and some podcaster or interviewer or even from a news channel, they were like, hey, let's talk to your aunt and let's ask her what she thinks that we should be doing. Would you be comfortable with those answers? Would you go like, hey, you know what? That thing she said, that represents my thoughts and feelings, and the thoughts and feelings of this whole movement, and also the thoughts and feelings of the leadership of this movement. Probably not. And it applies for every Johnny out there. If it's Zionist Johnny, and if it's an anarchist Johnny, or a communist Johnny, or a pro-Palestinian Johnny, or a Democrat, or a Republican, or a lefty, or a righty, or a... all like the only people you're seeing right now online are Johnnies or your aunt, whatever you want to call it. It's, if you are on a march for the things that you believe in, and you see some idiot with a phone and a mic goes like, hey guys, I want to interview you, you would not even react. Like, you would not engage with that person. You wouldn't go like, hey, let's go to that guy who's for sure going to clip me and make me look stupid, or ask me just like infuriating questions so I slap him the way that he deserves to be slapped. Right. So why are we, why do we take that at face value? I'm going to finish with this, but like there was a comedian that should remain unnamed because he did some fucked up shit lately, but he said, every time you see something on the polls, like let's say like, oh, this political party is winning by like something on according to the polls, remember how many times in your life you have answered a poll. How many times? If I call you right now on your phone and I go like, hey, blah blah, what's up? Who are you voting for in the next election? You're gonna go like, hey, shut up, I'm working. Click, right? The only people who answer polls are people who answer polls. The only data that you're getting from the polls is the data according to the people who answer the poll. They're polling the worst of the population, and they're showing it to you as facts. So either even if you're on social media or checking quote unquote reputable news sources, it's the worst of the worst. You know where normal good people are that you want to talk to? Outside. Go outside. Go to a bar and sit down and talk to someone. You don't need to hate on them. Just go like, hey, what's up? Just like meet people outside and go like, oh, that's a normal person. Oh, that person kind of sucks, and that's it. You're being shown the extremes of society, and that's why. By the way, I came today home after I went to a housewarming party for a guy, and most of his friends are from this like running club that they have now in Tel Aviv, and it's fun. I'm sure everyone makes fun of the running club, but people want to meet people in real life. People don't want to meet people in these chat rooms. People don't want to meet people on apps anymore. People want to meet people in real life. And that's. I'm gonna end that. Yeah, that's a nice half hour of nothing. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you wanna come see me live, it's either on Martin Winiar on Instagram, is mwcomedy.com. It's my website. I hope at some point I'm gonna have it running. I swear to God, I'm gonna have it running. Come see Anonymous Comedy. Come see Much Madness, and stay nice. Whatever you do in life, just try to be nice as a general rule. See you next time.